Let's do it. Welcome in, everybody. Episode 4, the Stinkhole Hour. We're here, Monty, Joe. Let's get into some fun. What's up, Monty? Yeah, this is the 4th episode, dude. 3 came out. This is the 4th one.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, we're going to be nipping at old Joe Rogan's heels, you know? Big
That'll
things
take
coming.
years.
Yeah, it will. No, we just do, if we do one every day of the week.
Yeah, we could catch up.
It'd still take probably 7, 8 years.
It's still, yeah.
How was the...
Because he's doing like 3 a week, isn't he?
I think so. He batches them, though. I think he like pre-records stuff and puts them back out. Did you see Joey Diaz's came back out of fucking hibernation finally?
I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it yet.
Ah, so
what
good.
I'm on. So he had a dude that was on there about not climate change, and then he had another guy on there that was for climate change.
Yeah.
And so I listen to those. I've been listening to those back to back.
I saw that. Did you see where the guy who's like the pro climate change guy was like, I don't want to debate it because it won't get us anywhere. And he's like, we should debate it all week if it's going to take a week. He's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe was like, yeah, we can debate it for a whole week.
Yeah, if you want. He's like, it'll take all week. He's like, then let's do a week. And he's like, no, never mind.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it.
It's just the stuff like that where it makes it a little bit strange. But how were the shows? How was where the fuck were you?
Hilton Head.
Hilton Head. How'd it go? What happened? Good shows?
Everything, both 2 shows, just one a night, and both shows were really good. Really good. Had a good time. And I always do up there. Everybody's so nice. And there's a guy, and I can't remember his name, but I've done 6 shows there. No, 7. This guy has been to, I know he's been to 4, and I think that show was his 5th. He's been to 5 shows that I've had there. And all it was, the first night that I was there, somebody came up to him after the show and said, "You did really good tonight." Thought he was me. He looked like me.
Y'all look alike?
He does look like he does look like me. And so he brings family. So Saturday night he came and he brought his wife, and that was the first time he brought his wife. But before that, he just bringing friends and family to the shows. And but nicest guy. And you know, a lot of times somebody will say that somebody looks like you, and you're like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
This guy, I do see it. He's a little taller than me, but yeah.
He's a long lost
but that's
brother.
pretty cool.
Is he like?
Cool.
Is he just at every show, or is he like Monty's coming to town? I gotta go see Monty Mitchell.
I think.
Hell yeah.
Well, they say he's there a lot, but it seems like he makes a point to. Like there was, I was there for a week and we did 4 shows, and he was there every night, brought somebody different. So I don't know. I hope it's me.
That's weird.
I hope it's just me.
Yeah. Does he seem like the swinging type?
No.
4 nights in a row is a lot to go see anybody, let alone someone who looks just like you.
Yeah.
Especially during 1 week. If it's over the span of a year, maybe 2 years, I could see that because your set will be ideally different. But if you just go 4 nights in a row, it's like, I just want to see this dude do the same jokes over and over. But you got to see him. That seems a little gay. A little gay. Maybe.
It's a little flattering.
Yeah.
But he's a nice dude. But yeah, I don't think he did 4 nights, but I think he did do 3. So 3 nights in a row. But it's flattering.
I always feel like people who come to see me, I don't like.
You don't?
Sometimes it's always like they're a bit much. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the idea is to get an audience, but as soon as I start to build any kind of audience, I go, get the fuck away from me, will you? I don't know why, but it is. It's like you can't. I don't want you to like me that much,
Yeah.
especially 4 nights
I
in a row, dude. You gotta go after night 3.
so I had a couple one time at Zany's come in the green room through the stage door uh looking for me. Like they wanted to talk to me, and you never know what you're, you know, who you're touching whenever you go out there and do your stuff. And
Yeah.
they really, I mean, they really, and it was weird. Like everybody froze in the green room because they come in, the wrong door for one, and uh, you just don't know what somebody's intentions are.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, I took them out of the green room. I can't remember. There was some big names there that night. And so it was, yeah, I took them out and we talked in the showroom, but they were super nice. They just wanted to talk to me. And I didn't know that I had even that good a set that night, but they were. And then George, bless his heart, the manager, he come up to me a few minutes later and said, you gotta go to the office about your check or something.
Yeah.
And he was giving me an out, uh, just in case they were, you know, crazy.
Sometimes, yeah, you
But
gotta need somebody making that save.
yeah, but that was cool too that he saw it, I guess. But
Were they all right?
shit, yeah, they were great.
Okay.
They just she hugged me like 3 times, and he shook my hand.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good if you touch somebody like that. I don't know if that's the right word, but
Yeah. I always assume those people are trying to fuck, and
neck.
maybe that's me. I just do. I assume anytime like there's a couple that comes up after a show, like we both had it. I'm like, you want me to fuck your wife, dude? Is that what's going on? I always think that. And in fucking St. Charles, I was in St. Charles, Illinois at the Zanies up there. The last, no, it was a Saturday night show, the late Saturday show. We had one more on Sunday. There was a couple that were like, you smoke weed, you should come to our hotel room. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, we're going to do Coke and pills too if you want to do that. And I was like, I think maybe I'll go. Because there was also a Mexican dude there who was like, those people are going to try and fuck you. And I was like, no, I think they just want to get me high. And as we're walking to the elevator, the Mexican dude's like, be careful. Sure enough, they had like a
Yeah.
fucking fifth of vodka, Coke, and whatever pills they were taking too. And it was just like, I thought you guys don't even have weed. They're like, nah, stupid.
But, okay. Well, at least they're not trying to put you in the trunk of their car.
No,
I mean,
no. They were
that's
trying to
still,
treat me.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I often wonder what could have been sometimes, Because I've never done that. I've never fucked a lady in front of her husband.
Yeah.
But that night it definitely could have happened.
Right.
For certain. But,
Yeah. Yeah, what do you... So that was something I got onto today was about masturbation.
Oh boy.
Like I did a YouTube video. It popped up in my, I don't know why, but it popped up is masturbation safe. Like if you do it every day.
Oh.
If you do it every day. And basically what they were saying is that it releases dudes have less chance of getting prostate cancer because it releases carcinogens that they believe might be trapped in your semen. And so releasing that, but also men and women, if you don't, when you get older in life, if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to do.
I thought if you
Uh,
jerked off too much, you'd lose sensitivity, though.
that's if you keep doing it in the same like position, like you're sitting in your chair and you're using the same hand every time. You can't like that'll end up being the only way that you can. So you need to get in different positions.
These different hands. Like, how many positions are there to jerk off, though? It's either sitting or
I don't
laying.
know. Dude, you got to use your imagination, Get on all fours on the couch, Joe Wagner will not come back for a while.
Pull it from the back. Because realistically, there's like, you got two hands and you can either sit, lay, or stand. So there's like 6. But does it depend where you're sitting? Does that help too? This is on YouTube?
Yeah.
How's our shit getting flagged for having butts on it? They're
because it's a woman. She's a urologist, and so she's like credited where we're just scoundrels.
Yeah, but that's pretty vulgar stuff.
But well, and I might not be using the exact terminology that she is. I'm keeping it on my vocabulary level, like 3rd grade. But and it says something about it strengthens when you orgasm. It strengthens your pelvic floor. I don't know what your pelvic floor is, but evidently you need it, and it strengthens it.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
The butt?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it like your diaphragm?
That seems like that'd be the pelvic roof. That seems higher up than the floor. I don't know.
On the floor.
Your pelvic floor needs to be strengthened. There are also a lot of people on YouTube just saying things. Was she selling anything?
No.
Okay.
She's got other videos.
We'll see.
I looked her up. She's got other videos too. She got one about showers and growers. So most dudes are growers.
Okay.
Most dudes. Yeah. Like 75% of the population is growers. 25% are showers. But the growers, once it gets it's all the same. Once the growers get grown, they are just as big as the showers. The showers don't grow as much.
It just gets hard.
And they're hard.
Really?
Yeah, like 40%. And where you've got a grower is like 60%. So it evens out.
He's got like a 10-inch soft dick all the time.
Yeah.
That sounds more inconvenient than anything else.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of luggage to be carrying around.
Yeah.
I think I'm a shower. No, I'm a grower. I haven't said that wrong.
You're a grower.
Yeah,
Most
for
guys
sure.
are.
Yeah.
Most guys are growers.
Ugh. You see, it was like old Howard Stern, like back in like the 90s, but he had some dude who had like, it's back when he was on E. Remember when Howard Stern was on E at like 11, and they had the dude with like the world's largest penis on there, and it was a white dude. It was a white dude with like a 13-inch soft dick.
Hell yeah!
And he'd just walk around in bike shorts all day, not giving a fuck.
Wouldn't you?
I don't know. No, I wouldn't. I'd like it to be a surprise. I'd like it to be a word of mouth thing. That would be the most fun thing. But Joe has a 13-inch dick, and and then you'd be doing a set, and then you could see everyone just staring at your crotch the whole time because they're trying to see it. I'd tuck it back. I'd hide it. I don't want anybody to know. I want it to be a surprise for my special lady.
Dude.
Yeah, you can. You tuck it right up your butt crack. Tuck it in the back of your pants. Yeah.
Then it's coming out your belt, loops out the back.
Maybe looks like a cyst coming out of your pants. Somebody tries
I
to
don't know.
pop it. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't. I don't know if I'd flaunt it. You know.
I can tell you this: that guy has not done one thing creative.
No.
When you got a big dick, you don't have to.
Also,
the world comes to you, and he don't.
You come
he
all
don't
over
have,
it.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
But this guy, he doesn't have creative bone in his body because he don't need to.
No, he also probably doesn't have like he probably doesn't get enough blood in his brain to be creative. You gotta think that's a lot of blood flow going down there. Like, how big is your dick when it's soft?
I don't know.
I don't either, but it don't take much blood.
That ain't no fun measuring it when it's soft. Like, that's pitiful. Right? That's sad.
I would never. Also, it's never the same size when it's soft too. It changes.
I don't know if it's the same size whenever it's hard.
You get to that age where it changes.
You got good days and you got big dick days and bad day.
That comes with age. I'm learning.
Bad dick days.
Yeah, where it's just not. Yeah, there's some days where it's like it's hard, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. Then you get the good days. That's when you got to hop in the shower real quick and get some pictures going. Get on Snapchat. Where it's photogenic,
Save
you know?
Save that for a Tinder date.
Yeah. No, I got banned from Tinder not too long ago, and Bumble. Got banned from both of them.
What happened?
I was just talking to, like, you start talking to a lady, and then she kind of ignores you. And then I'm just like, hey, I just want to eat your ass anyway. You know, I'm just, trying to have some fun. It's also, because I'd get bored at some point. Also, sometimes where it'd be like, you tell ladies, like, I'd buy a jar of your farts or something like that, trying to be romantic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then come out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Did you see the story about the girl who was selling jars of farts and made like 6 figures last year?
We talked about this.
We did. Okay. That's all I was trying to do.
I don't know if we talked about it on air though.
Oh, well, I was just trying to suggest business ideas to these ladies and they got upset. But, there's loopholes around it. I'm still on Tinder. I got banned, but I'm back.
Under a different name? No,
just different phone number. Same Joe, different phone number.
Oh my god.
It's terrible. You've never got to experience that shit, so you're better for it, man. It's a shitty world to be involved in. You're much better off for never having to do that shit.
There was a
it's so boring.
There's a video that I watched where this girl, like, these are Tinder stats, and this girl swiped 96,000 times. 96,000 times. She only went on 38 dates.
Holy shit.
But of those 38 dates, she hooked up 30 times.
Jesus Christ.
So, but overall, it is a waste of time.
I mean,
to swipe 96,000 times.
Yeah, but there's so many bots on there and shit too. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a ton of fake accounts, a ton.
Oh.
And especially you can pay like a subscription thing, so you can have unlimited swipes. Because I know some comics that do that too. Like, if they're going out of town, they'll pay the $15 so they can go to Cincinnati and just fucking. It don't matter. You're just swiping, and whoever you match with, you either go, I don't want to talk to you, or I do want to talk to you. And I mean, banging 30 times out of 38, that's a pretty good ratio,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Can you imagine those 8 dudes that didn't, like, she's pretty loose. But there's 8 dudes that didn't get any.
Just, for whatever reason.
How bad did that date go? Because this girl's 30 out of 38 times.
Yeah.
How bad did that date go that
Yeah.
she didn't put out that time?
Yeah. I wonder what race they were. I'll put it that way.
I just wonder,
She might have had a thing against certain people.
oh, why would she even go that far with the date?
Well, there's also a thing too. I was seeing a girl for a little bit, and she was explaining it to me that apparently, I mean, I guess it goes both ways, but there's a lot of guys who like catfish on like Tinder and Bumble and all that shit, who are like, I'm 6'4" and make six figures, and then they're like, okay, let's go on a date, and then they show up and he's like 5'8" and is a
Broke as hell.
cook at Chick-fil-A. Yeah. But then they have like a sob story about, well, I only lied because my grandma died 2 weeks ago and all this and that and all this other shit. There's a
So you think that's the 8 times that she didn't?
that might have been it. That might have been it. I don't know why people lie so much on there. Women do too. You know, it's all about the angles and shit like that. But also after you, I don't know if that happens to you once, I don't know how that continues to happen to a person. How you just don't get any better judgment of character. You know what I mean? Like some people never learn and they just keep going out with these shitty people over and over and over again. That's what a big heart will
Yeah,
get you. Nowhere.
yeah,
Nowhere at all.
yeah.
You never had to do the apps.
No.
It sucks. It's fun. You can have a good time on there. You know, you meet a nice lady. Never talk to her again. It's fantastic.
Mm. I've talked to a lot of people that have met and got married from
From the
Bumble
apps?
and Tinder.
No shit. I met
Yeah.
one dude in Seattle who that happened to, but he also seemed a little bit of a cuck type. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Kind of one of those guys. But other than that,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if anybody has found that I know has found romance from that shit. I don't. The fun thing about Bumble is like if you go out with a lady from Bumble, she's like, I don't use Tinder because everyone just wants to hook up on Tinder. And then the Bumble ladies are always down to fuck. It's pretty great. You froze up there, Monty. Can you still hear me? Are you still with us? We lost Monty, people. We'll get him back in just a second. But listen, I'm trying to fall in love on these dates. There we go. You're back. Okay. Can you hear me again? Hello. Dude,
Okay.
did you see fucking Jordan Peterson was at the Skull last night?
No.
Yeah, dude. He went to
Doing
the
stand
open
up
mic. He did a
or
set
just
too. He was in the audience, but then he did a set.
does he live in Atlanta?
No, not that I know of. I wasn't there.
Isn't he like
I just saw shit on Twitter about it.
isn't he
He's
like
Canadian.
Canadian?
Yeah, I think he. But he does, he does tours and shit. So he might have been
He's
doing
traveling
something
all
with the
over.
Fox or something like that. But what I find funny is
Jordan Peterson.
the amount of shit that comics have talked about that dude in the green room, and comics that I know who were at the mic last night that had to sit there and deal with him, and I guarantee were fucking friendly with him too. While he went
Yeah.
up and probably like, hey, good set, blah, blah, blah. But there's so many people that have fucking trashed that dude for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Oh, you're a
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson guy. What the fuck has
Yeah.
that guy done to anybody?
Yeah.
I love him. I'm reading his book right now. He's great.
Yeah. I like him.
I imagine his comedy would. I don't know. Do you think he'd
I
be
think it
a
would
good comic?
I don't know. I think it would be more like Dennis Miller. A lot of big words. You probably
Yeah.
get the gist of it at the end, at the punchline, but the whole way there, you're like, I don't. Oh yeah, that's good.
I think
That's
it'd
a
be
good one.
hilarious if he was just like ripping trannies apart or something like that. Like doing like doing his pronoun thing but on stage. I think it'd be hilarious.
What if?
Just be like a filthy fucking comic, you know?
Yeah, what if? That's what I was wondering. You think? I'm sure he was clean.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I bet. I bet he was probably just up there having fun, but it would be fun to have him like, you know what I mean? Do like some Andrew Dice Clay shit, like
Uh,
Hickory Dickory Dock. Suck my Canadian cock. I think I lost you again, buddy.
I lost him again.
Fuck. What is going on?
A little ridic.
Yeah. Just a wee bit. But we had, got
I
T.I.
keep losing my beer, and it's always in the same spot.
It's by your left hand, dude.
Yeah, it's over here on the air purifier.
You still crushing them Bud Light crystals or whatever it is?
Yeah, I haven't drank them since the last time. Crystals, like a Pepsi crystal. I haven't drank any since we last podcast.
Okay.
So there's like, God, there's still a bunch left.
Dang, taking it easy nowadays.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
I've just been going to bed like a grown adult and getting up like a farmer.
Yeah. And then you get shit done during the day, and then the evening comes around, and then it's like, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
Once 6 o'clock hits, it's like, I don't,
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah. Well, I didn't work today, so I got laundry caught up, and I started putting together some lawn furniture. I got 2 chairs put together, and I still got like a love seat and a table. So that was my day.
You're putting a love seat together? You built a love seat?
It's a for outdoors lawn furniture.
Oh, okay.
Patio.
Okay.
It's a patio set. Thank
It's
you.
like, damn.
Patio
You just said just building furniture nowadays. That's
But
pretty.
that's what it is. It's like a love chair.
That's sexy stuff,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, a love seat for outside.
Yeah. How much use is that going to get, you think?
We used our other one a lot, didn't we?
Oh, damn. Okay.
It got blown around every time a storm came. I have to go pick it up out of the yard. And then the sun eventually rotted the fabric.
Yeah.
But this one comes with an umbrella, and I feel like it doesn't matter. And I can imagine if the lawn chairs are getting blown around, this umbrella, like, I'll have to have it put up.
Yeah.
It only come out on special occasions.
Yeah. It'll be taken off. It's even if you if it has like the
Hold it
base
up.
on it, it'll hook the whole table or whatever.
Yeah.
It happened to my sister this past summer. She has one of those like big, or it's not hers, it was my mom's, like those big party tents that have like the big pole that goes in the middle and it has like a spike on the top. Well, it got windy or some shit like that, and the tent ripped, the tent shifted.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, and it just dropped on the pole and ripped the whole thing. But yeah. Oh, you're trying
Was
to
I
be
doing that?
You're
Was I
trying to be British. No, she don't know what she's talking about, dude.
How was I trying to be British?
She got no idea.
It was something that's not American.
This is something I wanted to do with you. Who are your top 3 comics, Mommy? I think I almost said Mommy there, but your name's Monty for sure. Top 3.
I don't know.
Maybe not the favorite, but who do you think is the 3 that are the best at it?
Well, don't you think yours changes like from time to time?
Kinda, not really, man. I got a core. My top, if I'm going favorites, my top 3,
Bill
4,
Burr.
5 stands the same. Okay.
Bill Burr.
Okay. I didn't even think about Bill Burr.
Probably Jim Jeffries.
For real?
Yeah.
Of all time?
I'm a fan.
Okay.
I
So
don't know.
your
all
favorite
time,
3. Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, all time.
All time, number 1 would be Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up
Okay.
listening to Delirious over and over and over on a cassette tape. Adam Sandler, They're All Gonna Laugh at You.
Oh, dude.
I wore that one out.
Yeah. Those old Adam Sandler CDs were the shit.
Yeah.
The Goat. Remember the Goat sketch?
Yeah.
That's one of the best ones. The Longest Pee.
I mean, if you're talking like that.
Yeah. I got a list that's like just comedians in general. So.
And then this is a weird one, but Jerry Clower. You know who Jerry Clower is?
I don't even know who that is. No.
He's a Southern. He's old school. He's like Bill Cosby. He had those long jokes and then a punchline at the end. But Bill Cosby, Jerry Clower made you laugh a little bit along the way.
Clower.
But yeah, Jerry Clower. Clower.
I've never even seen this dude.
Yeah, but somehow I had his cassette and I would listen to it over and over. And I'll tell you another one. You know Jackie the Joke Man Martland?
Yeah, for sure. I know him from the
I wore
old Stern
his-
days. Yeah.
Yep. I wore his cassette out too.
You remember Roy D. Mercer at all?
I do remember
Yeah,
Roy
yeah.
D. Mercer.
Yeah. The prank
That-
calls and all that shit.
Yeah. But you know, but if you're talking like current times, I think Bill Burr is just so hot right now.
Yeah.
I do like Jim Jeffries. I like Kyle Kinane.
Kanane's funny.
I like you know, and Louis C.K.
Louis still up there. Yeah, Louis great. He's as far as people who are like good at stand up, like Bill Burr and Louis, like they definitely have like the craft of it down. I'm sure the other ones do too, but like as far as
But I love
modern,
them.
like Shane Gillis, I love Shane. I love his new shit. I think that dude's fucking hilarious. But I found a list of the top 25 greatest comedians, and these are in order. So I just wanted
Of all
to see.
time.
Yeah. It's by IMDb too, but it's not just stand up. It goes across like multiple.
So all times they're talking like vaudeville days and stuff too.
Well, not necessarily. Look at this. The number one on the list is George Carlin, which, you know,
okay.
that's easily arguable. The second one, after George
Is-
Carlin,
Richard Pryor.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes Chris Rock, Robin
I agree.
Williams,
Um,
Rowan Atkinson. You know
Yeah,
who that
Mr.
is?
Bean.
Mr. Bean.
yeah.
Colin Marsh Morsh or whatever from fucking Whose Line Is It Anyway? Then it goes Dave Chappelle.
What?
After Sacha
Okay.
Baron Cohen, yeah. Kevin Hart, Russell Peters, then Richard Pryor,
Really?
Bill Hicks, Lenny Bruce, Jim Carrey, Johnny Carson, Seinfeld. Seinfeld is somehow behind Sacha Baron Cohen. Ryan Stiles, Julia Louise DeFrias or whatever the fuck her name is. Dreyfus, yeah, she's on there.
From Seinfeld.
Yep. Bill Maher, Eddie Murphy, David Letterman, Seth MacFarlane, Louis, Larry David, Don Rickles, and Norm Macdonald.
Don Rickles, man, his stuff would not fly nowadays at all.
No. But
Oh
it's
my
just-
gosh,
it's
he
such
was
an
so offensive.
all over fucking list too.
Don Rickles never cussed, and he probably was the most offensive comedian.
No, he's a nice guy.
No, he was great. He's great.
I
My
love him on talk
favorite
shows.
story. He told this on Johnny Carson. He didn't tell it. Frank Sinatra told it. But Don Rickles was in a restaurant with his date. It ended up being his wife, but it was their first date. And they're in this restaurant, and Don sees Frank Sinatra on the other side of the restaurant. Don goes over there to Frank because they're buddies. And he says, "Hey, it would really impress my date if you used to come over and say hi to us while we're, eating." And Frank's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll be over there in a little while." So Frank comes over there to their table and he goes, "Hey, Don, how you doing?" And Don Rickles goes, "Frank, can't you see we're eating?" It's choosing what?
Just big time Frank Sinatra. That's even better. That's better
How
than
good is
Frank
that?
Sinatra talking to you. Is big timing him. Dude, there's something about just like that. I don't know. That old Rat Pack era, even comedy, even like the 80s, it just was like there was a different vibe to everything, man. It just like, especially with like Rickles, how quick everything was too. Everything was a joke. It was just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And of course, if and the thing is, even the content might not fly today, but even if anybody tries to do
His style.
kind of, yeah, everyone's gonna go, that's hack, or that's
Oh yeah, he
bullshit.
owns that.
You
He
know
owns
what I
that
mean?
style.
Yeah, I guess. But who did it before him? You know what I mean?
I don't know. And that what makes you stand out is that you have a style that nobody's seen before.
Yeah, but back then it was the style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's
I
the
don't
other?
know.
I don't either. But it was. I watched I got rabbit ears on the television, so they got like the
Yeah.
old timey channels. I saw the Johnny Carson roast like maybe a month ago or something like that. Dude, that fucking thing puts any Comedy Central roast they've had in the past 10, 15 years, probably since fucking Geraldo died. That fucking Johnny Carson roast buries every fucking modern roast they have.
See, those
It was
things
so
were
fucking funny, and everybody was like really friends with each other too. Like they all knew each
yeah.
other. Now it's like, let's get Ann Coulter and let's get Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg and all this shit. It's like these
Yeah.
motherfuckers
They're
knew each
not
other, and like, oh, it's so
they're not
fucking
friends.
awesome. No,
They're not friends now. And those tapes were never to see the light of day. I mean, it's cool that they are now, but those would never, they didn't film that for TV. I don't know why they did
I
film
think
them
the
at
Johnny
all.
Carson one they did. I'm pretty sure it was for TV for sure.
Because I've seen those old ones and they're dirty.
Yeah, I also think that was part of the times too. Was just like everyone thinks we've gotten less conservative, but it's like maybe they were back then. You know what I mean? Just based off the roasts, it seems like people were getting away with more shit.
Oh, yeah.
Where people were more lax, and it's like, yeah, everyone's drinking, smoking, having fun, getting loose with their buddies or whatever. But now it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I don't, but yeah, it was all friends.
Yeah.
And they got people on the roster that actually knew whoever that guy was.
Betty
Those old
White was
ones
on
are,
it too. Like fucking hot Betty
those old
White,
ones are good.
you know?
Yeah.
That other old crazy lady, I forget her name.
Greg Giraldo,
The
he
best.
is some of the best roast.
Yeah. The
I
best,
mean,
even the stand up. Even his stand up, dude. That dude was
oh
tormented.
yeah.
Tormented to
I
death.
forgot about it. Yeah, I forgot about him. Man,
Fucking
huge
great.
fan.
Great.
Uh,
But he was like he was the roast master before Jeff Ross was. You know what I mean?
he was.
Well, he was just on like every Comedy Central roast. Like that was like
Yeah, and
that was
he's
like the
so
heavy
good.
hitter. Yeah, yeah. And then he died, and then Jeff Ross comes around. Which, being honest, I don't find him. I don't care for him, Jeff Ross.
Really?
I don't find anything he's done necessarily funny. I don't
He's
like
one of
his roast.
He's one of Casey's favorites.
Ugh. Despicable.
Like, we got a picture over here of them two together.
Did you work with him, or did you just get a picture?
No, we went to see him and Jeselnik. That's the only two pictures she has of anybody.
Jeselnik's funny. He hasn't done.
I've got pictures.
He hasn't done shit in
Rob
forever.
Riggle.
Rob Riggle, yeah. Pow. That
Yeah.
guy. Pow.
In the face. In the face.
Dude, I got no pictures with anybody. I'm so
I got
bad
a picture
at
with
that.
Brian Posehn.
Posehn,
Yeah.
I got like none. I think the last picture I took.
I'm the worst about it too.
You should
I got
ask.
a picture with the I hate asking.
I did
I
too.
do.
I also don't. Man, I really don't like it's part of like comedy.
But I
too,
wasn't
is-
on the show with these guys. So
Oh,
if I'm on
okay.
the show with them,
Okay.
I don't. I did ask the Broken Lizard guys. Super Trooper,
Mm.
Super
Sure,
Trooper,
sure, sure.
Club Dead, all that. I did get a picture with Landfill and his real name, Heffernan. What's his But anyways, I did get a picture with them.
I'm so bad at
Uh
that. I'm so bad at it. I
yeah.
also don't care. Like it's nice to like the picture is just to show everybody else. And
Well,
it's like
see, and you, yeah.
I don't care. I don't really look
I think.
back at the pictures or anything like that.
Well, the thing is, I don't think I posted those pictures. I did post the one of the broken lizard guys, and I did post Pasang, but I don't think I posted Rob Riggle. I didn't post all these other ones. Mark Norman. I don't
Mark's
think that
great, dude. That's
yeah,
yeah, let's put him up there, dude. Mark's real funny.
I don't think that I posted that one of him.
I will say this about
Uh,
Mark Norman. Mark Norman is much more
Emo.
fun live. Emo Phillips?
Yeah.
Did you work with him?
Emo. Yeah.
He's
Well, no, we did. He did the early show, and I headlined the late show at Zany's, and then in
where was I?
Alabama. I don't know.
Oh,
It was like,
Huntsville.
yeah, Huntsville, and this was
Emo, strange dude.
he
Sweet,
is,
sweet as
but
can be, man.
oh my gosh, he gave me the best compliment I think I've ever had in comedy, and I can't remember what he said, but it was just I remember it was inspiring. But he kept, and I never asked him to. He was doing the early show, I did the late show, and we did Nashville, and then we followed each other down to no, we did Huntsville first, and we finished up in Nashville. And he said, "I'm gonna watch you." I didn't ask him to. He said, "I'm gonna watch you, but I don't have time tonight." And I'm like, "It's fine." And then I think we did 2 nights. So we did like Thursday in Alabama, and then we finished up Friday, Saturday. I think that's how it went in Nashville. And it might have been the other way around. Maybe we did Friday, Saturday, and we finished up in Alabama. But either way, he gave me the nicest, and he stayed. He stayed one night, sat there and watched me. I didn't ask him
Yeah,
to, and I was
yeah.
kind of nervous for him to do it, to watch. But he did, and gave me just words that I'd never heard anybody else say about my comedy. And I
What do you
don't remember
say?
what he.
What do you say? You
I
don't
don't
remember?
remember.
It just felt good. It was just the feeling
Just
of it.
felt, I just never forgot how good it made me feel. And he used words that nobody else has used. A lot of people use the same words when they talk about trying to describe your comedy.
Yeah.
And can you describe your comedy? Can you describe your own yourself?
Man, no, I leave it up to everybody to interpret it because I really, at this point, I mean, I could, I guess, if I really tried to sit down and think about it and try to like market it and put it in that aspect of like
Yeah.
Hollywood speak or whatever, but I really don't because I don't know. I'm telling jokes. I'm very much me up there. It's very personable, but
Yeah.
like everywhere
I
I've
don't
been, they've called it blue. This is what here's
I don't know how to describe what I do.
everyone like, especially when I was in Seattle, like everyone was like, your comedy is very blue. And I don't know if I told you this, but I went to whenever I left Seattle, I was in I think it was Phoenix in Arizona, and just doing like some bar coffee shop show or whatever. But I met some dude outside. He watched my set, and it turns out he was an ex-con, like had been to prison. Wouldn't tell me his real name either. Wouldn't tell me his
Is he
real
giving
name.
you his street name?
Yeah, give me a street name. Didn't want to say what he was in prison for or anything like that. And he was like, maybe people call you blue because you're being honest and they're afraid. And
Nice.
that has stuck with me for I still think about that dude. I still think
Yeah.
about that. So when anybody's like, you're dirty or you're blue, it's like, you're just a pussy who's afraid to be yourself. That's who you are, you know? Because
Yeah.
yeah, anybody, well, going back to Tinder or whatever, Tinder's like, oh, what kind of comedy do you do? I'll send them a link to some YouTube shit or something like that. I go, watch this and you tell me what you think I do. Because
Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have time to try and figure it out.
I can't analyze myself.
It's
I don't know.
terrible for the business aspect of it, Monty.
Yeah,
You got to find a niche or whatever it is, but it's like, I don't know, dude.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't know how to describe your comedy either.
Okay, good.
I like you. I know that. I like your jokes. I
Yeah,
like what you do, but it's like
I don't. You're very
dirty,
lovable.
dirty
You're
hillbilly. Is that what you
you're
say?
very lovable on stage.
As
I
are
mean,
you.
people like genuinely, you know, your laugh, all that,
I have a lot of fun
and
doing it. And that's the thing with you too. When you have fun
exactly.
too, people gravitate towards that. It's like, I don't know,
Yeah,
Monty's he's just being Monty.
I had
Like what the
somebody
fuck?
say, you laugh at your own jokes. And I'm like, yeah, I I think it's funny.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Like,
Like you try to go up there and tell a joke straight face,
yeah,
like, and then you just are demanding the audience to laugh. I'm gonna laugh with you. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. But
Think it's funnier, I wouldn't be telling it.
there is a part of staying in the bit where you don't break away or something like that. But that's the thing too, is like I might not be laughing. Sometimes I'll laugh at my own jokes, but a lot of time what gets me is the other when people start
A crowd
laughing and then it's
laughing.
like, oh, we're having fun
Yeah,
together. So
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm doing
I
the
think
same thing y'all are doing
that's
too.
probably more of it too, is that they make me laugh.
Yeah, we're having fun, and it's like
Yeah.
this is how I guess audibly interpret fun as me just laughing with y'all. And then there's other times where it's like nobody else is, but yeah, I'm gonna fucking this is hilarious. I don't know what you guys are not laughing about, but what I just said is fucking funny as shit.
Well, and there's sometimes that I don't even know what's gonna come out of my mouth, and then it makes me laugh.
That's what I'm saying too. It comes from somewhere else and you don't expect it. And it's like
Yeah.
why is it so bad as far as comics go to enjoy yourself on stage? Why do
Uh,
people have such a
exactly.
fucking problem with that?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then that's what was fun about the Zoom shows is like people who can stay in the bit and they don't crack when they're on stage, but then you see them do a Zoom show and there's no response coming to it. You just see them die inside. It's like, oh, you don't enjoy this at all. You don't enjoy yourself. That's why you don't laugh on stage because you don't enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
think I think the Zoom just goes to show though how much that we need the audience, how much we feed off the audience.
That's what got me to start doing the podcast again. Was the fact that I was doing the Zoom. I did two, and that was it. It sucked, but it was like I'm just sitting in a room talking. I did 30 minutes on my first Zoom show to a guy watching a fucking Phillies game.
What? I
So
don't
bad.
understand.
He
So
he
what? He had his like laptop up, and then he had his TV,
him and his girlfriend. It was like
or his TV was behind.
paid Zoom show. So
So
it's
he's just
like,
looking over you.
yeah,
He's looking
imagine
over.
he's doing this. Watching
Wait a
the
minute.
watching the
Which one's you? Which one's he watching
I'm
more
this
of?
one. This is the Phillies game. This is
Okay.
me. So he's just checking
Okay.
back and forth. But they ended up losing I had like 5 minutes left, so I just talked to him. But it's like
Oh no.
it was it was so terrible.
That's
I
great.
do not miss that shit. I'm happy I didn't do more of those. When people are like, "Do you want to do a Zoom show?" and I was just like, "Absolutely not."
No,
No,
it
it's
seemed like a bad idea.
no.
Uh,
You're better off just
from
going in the shower and telling your own jokes.
yeah,
You'd get more out of it that way instead of getting no feedback at all, you know?
right.
And also, it's like a good comedy club, as far as an audience perspective, like how the audience is set up, is slightly uncomfortable. You know what I mean? The tables
Yeah,
are a little bit small, everybody's kind of
yeah.
crammed in together, so it makes
They
them
do it on
uncomfortable.
purpose.
Yes. And then you want to tell jokes to somebody sitting on their couch. They got no shoes on, no socks
Yeah,
on,
too comfortable.
eating ice
Too
cream out of a
comfortable.
fucking tub. And it's like you don't even care. Why did
No,
you pay money? Anybody who paid money to see a Zoom show should be taken out bat and shot in the fucking head as far as I'm concerned. Anybody who paid money to watch that shit is just an
I
imbecile.
don't get it. I don't. So it was just you and him, or was
I
there other
mean,
people?
it was mostly other comics. There was some another comic who did the Zoom show. I think her mom was watching or something like that. But a lot of people, a lot of the audience people, they don't turn their cameras on either. So it's like, okay, we have 18 audience members, but only 2 have their cameras on. So
that you could see them.
you're just
Oh,
speaking
okay.
into the void, you know what I mean? It's like, I'd rather do a podcast. I'd have more fun
Yeah.
sitting by myself than trying to make people laugh sitting on their couch.
Yep.
What a terrible
Yep.
fucking thing.
Yep.
Would never do it again.
No, I never
It's all
did.
over, dude. COVID's over. Do you know COVID's over now?
Yeah.
That's good news.
I remember somebody asked me, they sent out an email blast about it whenever this all first happened. And I knew immediately that was a bad idea. There was no way I was doing it.
No. Did you do any?
Mm-mm.
None?
None.
Fucking soldier. God damn you. I did 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I never stopped doing comedy. We were doing comedy in a friend's house in the basement.
Yeah.
And there was like 8 of us. And we were just telling jokes to each other. And we all do comedy. But you know how it is telling jokes to other comedy people.
Yeah, you're going to tell jokes that you can't tell to normal folks.
Well, that started happening, yeah.
Yeah.
That started happening for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But we had to spice it up for each other because we've all seen comedy. We all know what comedy is. We are saturated with comedy. There's, when you're telling it to an audience, to like a real audience, that's where you get laughs. But you'll have, most of the time you got the guys sitting in the back and everybody's just hoping that you'll bomb, because that's whenever we start having fun with each other.
Yeah.
That's whenever it's fun for us.
Have you ever tried to explain that to somebody who doesn't do comedy, how much fun it is to watch somebody fail? They look at you like you're a monster. Where it's like, I love you to death, but oh no, you lost me again?
Tonight's just, I don't know if there's a full moon.
Damn it. I feel like it keeps cutting out every time we've been cooking too, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're on something good and then it just fucking.
I know.
Ugh. And now I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I don't either. I was trying.
Something to do with comedy. I know that.
What was it?
Let's see what else. I might have some other.
Oh, I saw this today. YouTube.
Yeah.
How many Three Stooges were there?
There was Moe, Larry, Curly, Shemp, Curly Joe, and Joe. So 6.
That's it.
Dude.
My God.
Dude.
You got them all.
I did a PowerPoint presentation on the Three Stooges in 8th grade.
Ah.
Yeah, dude. I know my Stooges. That's what got me into liking comedy. Really, was the Three Stooges. I mean, like maybe like Beavis and Butthead and shit like that, but like slapstick like comedy. Dude, if I go to my mom's house, I probably have like 7 or 8, 9 VHSs where I taped Three Stooges. Like I love the Stooges,
Really?
man. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I thought I would bring this up and you wouldn't have any idea.
Nah, dude. I'm a big fan of the Three Stooges. Shemp was great. Curly was great. After that, it all fell off. Do you know which ones are brothers?
Moe, Curly, Larry.
No. Larry Fine.
Oh, you're right. No, but it's Moe, Curly, Shemp.
There it is. Those are the only 3.
It?
Yeah, those are the 3.
Okay.
Once they had.
And what was the last one?
Well, there was Joe and then Curly Joe. I don't know which came before the other.
It was Joe. He was the last one. And he had it in his contract that he could not be hit. They couldn't hit him.
It's terrible.
And he was the worst one.
Yeah.
And Shemp was before Curly.
Uh-huh. And then after Curly too.
And after Curly, 14 years.
Curly had a stroke.
Shemp went on his own. And he did okay. But when Curly got sick.
I think he had a stroke.
And Larry had a stroke too.
Ah, shit.
Larry died in a nursing home in the 70s. Moe smoked like crazy. He had a heart attack. Shemp died of a heart attack while he was telling jokes. They didn't really say if he was on stage or what, but they said he was telling jokes and died in the middle of a joke.
No shit.
Yeah.
Jesus. Did you know
Larry
there's
ended up in a nursing home after his strokes, but he lived for like another 5 years.
there's
And then he
there's one episode where Mo, Curly, and Shemp all appear in it together. Did you know that?
yeah, Curly made some guest appearances after he,
Yeah. He was
but
after he
Curly
go ahead.
Curly was my favorite
Curly was the
of
best.
all of them.
Yeah, yeah. The most animated, the most fun.
Yeah, the
The
high
guy the
boys.
guy everybody kind of beat up on too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
they started off. They
he al-
started off as hecklers for another comedian, and he planted them. He planted Mo first, and it went really well. And and this comedian on the stage, he would like rip Mo apart. Supposedly that's how it was supposed to go, and it was going really good. People loved it, and then they brought in Larry, and then Shemp come in last. But all of them had crazy hairdos except for Curly, which was funny. That's they called him Curly, and he had no hair at all. Uh, but it was really interesting, and they did their own stunts and everything.
yeah. Yeah, Mo
They
broke
said
his ribs in one scene and then continued to shoot.
they said that Mo took the worst of the punishment. He had the most injuries,
Yeah.
concussions.
I think he
He
got
had so many
there's a scene where he
concussions.
gets not completely out or something like that. And it's like I think it was when film was probably so expensive where it's like we can cut it at a certain point, but we can't reshoot the scene. Same thing when he broke his ribs. They had a
Yeah, they didn't. Well, they were on a budget.
yeah.
They were on a budget. They didn't have a lot of money to and uh, Larry. Larry was kind of the straight guy. He was supposed to be the wisdom, or the he was supposed to be the wisdom of the three. He was always that
I
guy.
thought Mo was the leader.
Oh,
Always the
Mo was the
leader.
leader, but Larry was the one with
The
the
most
common
sense.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you always had Shemp and Curly and Curly Joe that were, they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. It became Shemp had some great moments. That dude had the biggest ears ever. His ears were
He did.
fucking giant, floppy looking Dumbo fucking ears, man. They were so big. But after Shemp and Curly, it just kind of was like, eh. And didn't Larry and Mo make a movie? I know they remade it with fucking Will Sasso and was Jim Carrey in it too?
Yeah, but it wasn't none of, I don't,
I thought
they
I
died.
think Mo and Larry, I think they did a Three Stooges movie in like the 80s or
They
something
did
like
like
that.
they did 3 full-length movies, but Larry died in the 70s, and I think Mo died in like 78. I think
Okay.
they did their movies in the 60s.
Okay.
But you got to think about this. They started in 1922.
Yeah. The very first
And they,
episode was a musical.
yeah. And I
Crazy.
meant 1922.
Yeah. That's World
By the way,
War II shit. Or
not even
before World
yet.
War II. Pre
Yeah.
World War II. God damn.
Still not as old as my granddaddy.
When
But,
was your grandpa born? Is he still alive?
yeah,
Jesus
1920.
Christ.
1920. He's 101.
Let's get him on the podcast, dude.
I know.
Can
need
we?
to.
Can we?
Yeah,
For
I
real?
think we should.
Dude, that'd be
He's
fun.
hilarious. He is so funny.
Is he still together for the most part? Like mentally?
I think we'll just have to try it and see.
Could he talk to us for like 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He would love it too.
Hell yeah, yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. We have to go to him though.
That's fine. Yeah. Listen,
But
old man, we're gonna need you to log on to Discord real quick.
yeah.
And get a webcam and a microphone.
Yeah. I haven't talked about Granddaddy. Oh my God.
I
that
don't think
dude.
so, no, dude.
He was a captain in World War II and a captain in the Army. And he's got stories. I mean, he's drove on the F1 track in a Jeep. The car that they gave him was a half track. So it had tank tracks in the back.
Yeah.
And it was
yeah.
a truck in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he drove around in the whole time. But he has, we'll do a Granddaddy another day.
Bro,
but
if we could get that, that'd be awesome.
But yeah, he now let's go back to the Three Stooges.
Anyway.
Also went back down to I went down the rabbit hole of the Little Rascals too.
Okay.
And Chubby, the first Chubby that they had, within 2 years he had gotten so fat they had to fire him.
As a child?
And yeah. He was like 100. He was 112 pounds, and he was like 9 years old.
Bro, do you know how normal that is today?
They had to fire him, and listen to this: the poor kid only lived to be 21.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, but
he just got fatter and fatter. Ah, poor Chubby.
yeah,
R.I.P. Chubbs, dude.
It was something like a gland problem. But
I bet that gland in his big fat ass.
a gland in his mouth.
It probably was an insecure mother. Is probably what did it. You know, just keep feeding that big fat baby so he don't become anybody else's baby.
Yeah, he never acted again after the Little Rascals.
Yeah. I didn't know. I've seen the show, but I don't remember it well enough to know who Chubby is.
All I knew was Spanky and Alfalfa.
Yeah.
And Buckwheat.
And the Buckwheat, of course.
Yeah. But Buckwheat wasn't the first. That wasn't the name of the first kid on there. I can't remember what it was.
First black kid?
Yeah.
Well, I probably remember the first name of it. I'm not going to say it on this podcast, though. Get banned. End up getting the Joe Rogan people will come after me if we call.
I don't
call what the first one was.
No, I don't think it was.
We know what it was, buddy.
No, I don't think it was racist though.
Nah, it was.
But anyways,
Spanky, Alfalfa, and N-word.
No, but he had a. But I don't know. I can't remember what it was.
I was trying to think. Like, do you think the Three Stooges? I was almost going to ask you if you think the Three Stooges would be funny today, but then it's like
they are. It still comes on.
Yeah, but could it work today? But then it's like that's what Jackass is.
Yeah,
there just aren't storylines in between their little. Because think about it.
You're right.
The Stooges were like 8, 10 minute, 12 minutes at the most, little sketches, shorts with people getting beat up in between. So that's all Jackass is, you know?
Yeah.
The slapstick stuff.
Yeah. They just go straight to the story or the stunts without the story.
Yeah. But there's something that was just about fucking whacking your buddy with a hammer. Or especially what they do with Curly, where they got those old 2-man saws or whatever, and they'd start sawing on Curly's head, and then the teeth would just bend like Curly's head's made out of fucking granite or some shit like that. Oh, it's so funny.
Have you seen where they're like plumbing, where they're doing some plumbing and stuff, and they just keep hitting each other with the pipes, and like there's a pipe that's coming out of the ground, and they hits Mo right in the chin. I mean, it's. Yeah.
And then they strike oil, and then I think Mo
it
goes up in the air or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he got injured in that one too, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, those dudes went through a lot to make that show. Like literally beat themselves up.
Have you watched Buster Keaton?
No. I know
This
the
guy,
name.
this guy, he did some his stunts were even crazier than the Three Stooges. Like you would have to look him up. I mean, and this is around the same time as the Three Stooges, maybe even a little bit
It's
before.
that vaudeville era.
Yeah, but he was sitting on the front of a train, a moving train, and they were he's sitting on like the what's the cattle thing? The you know the
Cattle
cattle
cart?
pusher, that cattle
Oh,
pusher for
the
trains. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was sitting on that, and there were those timbers that support the train tracks. They were sticking up out of the rails, and he would pick one up while on the front of this moving train. It can't stop. If he falls off, he's dead. But he would have to throw one big log and knock the other log off the track before the train got to it. And he did it like 3 times. While he's sitting on the front of this train, he was doing this, and it's all
Jesus.
for. But he would wreck cars, like just full on. He would jump in cars. He was in them,
Yeah.
and there would be two cars driving side by side, and he would be on those running boards, and they would stretch him out and bring him back in, stretch him out,
Yeah.
and then a motorcycle comes and he rides the motorcycle off the cars, like T-bones him right in the nuts. And I mean, his stunts are, and it was all him.
Fuck Tom
Like
Cruise. I'll say that.
Chan. He's a Jackie Chan of 1920.
Yeah, but probably even more so. You know what I mean? Like everyone's
Yeah.
like Tom Cruise does his own stunts, but he still has cables and like
Yeah, this
safety
guy did.
precautions. It's like this dude's just getting fucking smashed with a motorcycle and hoping for the best.
Yeah. Can you imagine? He's riding on two cars and a motorcycle comes in between, and he rides the hand.
Yeah.
Hits. I mean, I don't care if the cars are doing 20 and the motorcycle is doing 20. That's still 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
At
I've never seen
even if it's 10 and 10. Can you imagine getting hit by a motorcycle at 20 miles an hour?
it wouldn't be fun.
But
the now that I think about it, the only reason I know the name Buster Keaton, I've never seen Buster Keaton. The reason I know Buster Keaton is because anytime Johnny Knoxville does an interview, he talks about Buster Keaton. Big Buster Keaton fans. He loved Buster Keaton and Bugs Bunny, so that's how he tries to live his life.
and Evil Knievel.
Yeah,
He loved Evil Knievel.
Have you seen the new one yet? Have you seen Jackass Forever?
No, not yet.
It's kind of disappointing, man. Being honest.
Is it?
Yeah, they're old, man.
I mean, they're old.
Yeah, so it's just not. There's one.
Everybody's busted up.
Knoxville gets fucked up by a bull pretty good. He
I did
finally
see
gets
that.
the
I've
bull.
seen- He was on Ridiculousness, and I think they showed like four stunts from it. And Casey said, I feel like we just watched the whole movie because they showed a lot of it.
For
But
the most part, yeah.
The bull, yeah.
Knocks him completely out. But also,
Yeah.
there's a thing that got cut from the movie, too, where there's one of the new guys, Poopies, I think is the name he goes by. He legit gets attacked by a shark. You can find it on the internet where it's like they try to chum up the waters and he's like going to swim with the sharks or whatever. And he jumps in when they're chumming it up and the shark fucking shreds him up. Like it didn't make it in the movie, but I've seen it on YouTube.
How bad would that be? That better make the movie.
It didn't. That would be, yeah, right,
If
right.
a shark eats me, that better make the movie.
It didn't.
But how many times has Steve-O and
Pontius?
Chris Pontius,
Dude,
yeah,
Wild
how many
Boys
times
was
they've
the
been in
best.
the water whenever they chummed it up?
Yeah.
And the fact that they never got bit, that's always so, I can't believe. Remember that time when Steve-O put the fish hook through his jaw and then
Yeah.
it comes out in the water?
I just fucking kicked it, dude. I fucking kicked it, dude. I think they've had a shark thing in every, because I think that was 2. And the first one they did where they had the mesh underwear and they put like shrimp in it, and they did
Yeah.
around the whale sharks, and they had the whale shark gummer.
See? How in the hell?
Well, whale shark can't eat you. It can.
It can swallow you.
Yeah, it should be able to, but it won't eat you. And then
It
they did
won't.
the fish hook in the second one. And I don't
But
remember if
they've
they did a
chummed up-
shark thing
They've
in the
chummed
third
up the
one.
waters. I know they've chummed.
Yeah.
It might be Wild Boys.
Wild
or
Boys, it definitely was. They were in South Africa trying to watch the great whites come and hit the seals and shit like that, like fly out of the water and attack
Yeah.
the seal that way. Dude, Wild Boys is a very underrated show. As far as a nature show goes,
Yeah.
I remember Pontius put like
Is it better than Jack Hanna?
Oh, by far. I learned so much more from Wild Boys than Jack Hanna.
Jack Hanna's the thing around here on Saturday morning.
Dude, I watched some shit. I watched fucking Steve Irwin last night. Some of his stuff. R.I.P.
Oh, my
dude. God
God.
bless.
Oh my God, that dude was crazy.
He was the
too.
best. I saw an interview where they asked him if he drank coffee, and he's like, "Nah, mate, the top of my head would blow off." He's like, "I just have so much energy." He's just like, "Nah, I can't drink coffee. That stuff would kill me."
Have you been watching his son? His son's just like him.
Yeah, yeah. My friend,
I mean, a little
she
bit
showed
more
me some of his
reserved.
shit. Yeah.
A little bit more reserved. Like he's not, got his head in between alligator nuts or something, but he's still very enthusiastic about the animals.
Yeah. The thing I
Just
saw,
like Steve. Steve was so excited about animals. He was,
when you have
But
passion about
it's-
something, it makes people more enticed to learn about it too. About the mundane shit, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Just mundane, but he was just like, "This is how nature works," and it's like the only thing I
Yeah.
saw from his son was just getting bit by a bird, and it was like he was going to work with the bird to be less aggressive, so he's just like, "Ow!" He just keeps getting bit. He's like, "Give me 5
Yeah.
days, we'll see, we'll come back."
But he's very passionate about the animals,
Is
just like his
fucking
dad.
is Bindi still around? His daughter?
Yeah, she had a baby. So the ones that I've watched, she's not been a huge part of, but she's still around, right? The daughter. And then Tracy, what's her name?
Oh,
That's
the
the wife.
wife. Yeah, it's probably Tracy. That sounds about right.
She's a little bit in there, but it's mostly about the son right now. Maybe the daughter will come back whenever her baby's good. I don't know.
There's Jack Hanna, there's that other dude, but no one's crossed that threshold of nature shows like the fucking Steve Irwin did. There hasn't been someone to fill his shoes.
Would you agree?
Like ever.
Nobody fills the shoes that Steve Irwin. Jack Hanna is good, but not Steve Irwin good.
He'll ever be Steve Irwin.
All right. It's unanimous.
No one comes close, man. I think that dude was just so fun and he was like the real first like nature guy. Who's the fucking
Jack Hanna.
Bear Grylls or what? I guess he's more of a survivor type dude than
He is
than
a survivor
than a
guy.
nature guy. So
Bear
Yes.
Grylls?
Oh,
fuck that guy.
are we still talking about Jack?
But Jack Hanna was around before Steve.
Oh, for
He
real?
was doing Johnny Carson and stuff in the 70s.
But do you know
I
what you
didn't know
can do
that.
at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Aquarium in Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
What about the aquarium?
What can you do with that aquarium?
Oh yeah. You can sleep with penguins in the in Gatlinburg Aquarium.
You sleep with them?
Yeah. Well,
Like you could stay the night?
that's like Casey's favorite animal. So
penguin?
she says snuggle with them. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna let you snuggle with them. And she goes, I'm gonna snuggle a penguin, but you pay $100, you get to sleep with the penguin.
It's pretty cool.
It's not. I'd pay that
I saw a
to
dude.
see her face, for sure.
I have no interest in it.
And penguins,
Not
or
really.
Casey's face.
One and the same.
Yep. All right.
I think what's the one in Florida? SeaWorld?
Penguin. What's your?
Go
You're
ahead.
not into penguins.
Go ahead. I mean, not really. No. I like when they
And
slide on their
they're cute.
bellies. That's kind of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. But no, they
They're
don't.
pretty. It's funny to watch them. They're clumsy.
Sure. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
slip
Yeah.
and fall.
It's fun to watch anything I'd rather watch the Three Stooges.
Okay.
You know. But no,
There are birds that swim.
They are
penguin.
birds that swim.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But they
And
can't.
don't fly.
But they can't fly, so it's not a bird. What's a bird?
How
if
is it even
can't
called a
fly?
bird?
Is it a
Can't
bird?
fly and it swims.
I'm about
It is
to.
a bird.
I'm gonna look it up. Is a
You
penguin?
don't have to look that up, Joe. We all know it's a bird.
Hold on now. Damn it!
Now,
Yes.
you know
The
what?
first thing that popped up says yes.
Isn't that messed up? Like, I've got that joke about dolphins or even whales, but they look like fish, but they still have to breathe air. I mean, how cruel is that? That everything about them is a fish, but they still have to come up at some point and get a breath of air. That's cruel.
Well,
That's a cruel evolution.
but they're thousands of times more intelligent than fish, right?
Yeah, but
So you take the good with the bad. Do you want to be an idiot or do you want to breathe a little air?
I want to know what misstep in evolution happened there that, like, was it supposed to do something else? Was it supposed to get out of the water? Was it supposed to come and up on the
Maybe.
beach?
Or
And it never did?
Or did somebody stay a little bit too long in the water? Reverse.
Okay.
Reverse.
Oh, came down from the beach.
Yeah, went down from the beach, said, I like this water. I'm going to stay in here for a little while. Lose all your hair. Your nose moves to the top of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think out of the whole animal kingdom, that's the worst. That's the worst thing. Like,
living in the water but having to breathe air.
Yeah, everything about you is a fish, but you got to breathe air.
Yeah.
Everything about you.
But you can do backflips easier than most people. That's pretty cool.
True. That is true.
And if you're a giant whale, you don't have much to worry about, really.
No.
Nothing's going to come after you. Dolphins, sharks and all that shit. But also, dolphins are kind of evil,
They rape.
They do rape. They rape people, too. Dolphins hump human beings sometimes. Would you ever swim with a dolphin?
I would swim with a dolphin.
I wouldn't.
And totally.
I wouldn't.
Totally take that chance of getting raped. I would so swim with a dolphin.
It's like, yeah.
I'd almost hope that it would rape me so I had a story to tell. I hope it's on camera. I just don't see how that happens.
Yeah. It's like, would you swim with dolphins? Would you have dinner with Bill Cosby? The answer is yes. To both.
Yes. Yes.
But also, I don't know what a dolphin penis looks like.
Well, I just don't even see how that happens. Like, can it really hold you with its flippers?
I mean, if you're in the water, you're out of your element at that point.
Yeah, but does its flippers fold down that way?
Yeah.
I just feel like they kind of stay out here.
No, they wrap. Yeah.
I've never seen them like.
I bet they can hold something. It's probably not real tight, but if you're in the water, it won't take much.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like that first thrust is just going to push me down towards the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And I'm free.
No, then you're in a panic.
But he's not. If he's holding me.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna outswim a dolphin?
Well, I can. I'm not. He's not going to get it in. Is what I'm saying. Every time he pushes, I'm going to kind of float away.
Nah.
I think even if I was trying to paddle back towards him, that it's still going to it's still going to push me away.
Even if you're into it, it still wouldn't work out.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's very sensual. Maybe he's soft. And it's a slow.
Yeah. Maybe you developed a relationship together. You're like, this ain't so bad.
Yeah. I'm just like, let me take a deep breath. And we'll get on this. You know what? It'd be so much easier if he could just come on the boat.
They can breathe out of the water.
Exactly. I'm like, if you want to do this, let's go up on the boat.
Let's get on the bow and have some fun.
Yeah. Right? We can both breathe up here on the boat.
Sounds like, yeah, what's keeping you, just take them back home at that point.
Yeah.
Do they really need water to survive? Yeah, they do, right?
I think their skin gets ashy.
Beached whales die, even though they breathe air.
Yeah. They still need the water.
So they still need it. So that's even shittier. You don't breathe the water, but you need it.
Yeah. See, it's all wrong.
Terrible life.
Yeah. And then they get caught up in nets and they suffocate in their house. They suffocate in their house.
At home.
In their living room.
And then they get sold as tuna, as some second grade fucking fish, you know what I mean?
Do you know that salmon, most of it, is farm raised?
Yeah.
And that it's gray, the meat.
They put dye in it.
Because they're not in the ocean to eat the algae or the coral or
whatever it is that makes them
whatever
pinkish.
Yeah, it makes so they have to color all the meat. So like if they didn't, it would just come out as gray. Just gray.
Shitty hunk of fish, yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna pay $18 for that? No.
No.
Put some red dye in it.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
And they say that like the orange roughy, you've heard of that?
No.
Orange roughy is some kind of fish that we eat, but they had to change the name of it because it was originally called the slime head. Slime head. And nobody wanted to eat a slime head. So they changed it to orange roughy.
And now it's the fucking
now it's on your
delicacy
table.
Or something like that. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that funny how that works? Is you won't eat something based off of the name of it, but if you change the name and serve people the same shit, it's like, oh, this is delicious. This is caviar. It's like that's fucking fish eggs, bro.
Yeah.
You want some fish eggs? No. Do you want some caviar? Yeah.
Escargot.
That's squid, right?
The snails.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that.
And calamari is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like little calamari. I will say that. I enjoy the fuck out of that. I've had some baby octopus before, too.
I've had some octopus.
You ever seen that? The tentacles are good, but I've had like a baby. It looks like a purple gummy bear.
Yeah. What I had was the arm.
The tentacles. They're so good, man.
I cut the suckers off, but the holes are still there.
Yeah. Yep. Very chewy.
But it is good.
Delicious.
They wouldn't tell me what it was whenever I ate it. I was at a sushi restaurant. He's going, just eat it. Just eat it. He wouldn't tell me what it was.
You can tell what it is, though, at that point, right?
I was a kid, so I didn't know.
Okay. Would you have? Okay, if you're a kid, you probably wouldn't have ate it, or maybe you would have if they were like, "Hey, this is octopus." If somebody gave it to you now, would you eat it? If they go, "Hey, this is octopus,"
because I knew it was good.
Okay.
But here's the thing about the octopus: very, very, very intelligent. And should we be eating octopus?
True.
Why would we draw the line at dolphins?
I don't know.
Is it not good?
I mean, we eat them. We just don't know it.
Somebody in history has ate everything on this planet. We've tried it all.
Yeah.
Tried everything. At some point in history, everything on this planet has been eaten.
Yes, but it's a cultural thing too. Like we don't eat dogs, right? But certain people eat dogs, depending on where you're from.
Do they though? Do they really?
Yeah.
Still do?
Yeah, for sure.
They still do.
Yeah. Chinese folks, man, You go down to China, bro. I've never been there, but if you go down there, they got dogs hanging up like they're deer.
Well, and this is what I heard. Whenever this whole Wuhan thing started, Wuhan, Wuhan,
Wuhan.
Wuhan,
Wuhan.
but you've got like 1 billion people in this country, and so they've learned to eat a lot of stuff
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
normally maybe you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But food is,
Food's
you got 1
food.
billion people.
People still eat possum in America too. You know what I mean? Like people in this country eat possum. If you go to the South, if you find it, you fucking cook it up and eat it. You go to like Louisiana, shit like that. Yeah. Do a little possum boil.
You ever heard anybody eating possum, Casey? Okay.
Whenever
I say squirrel's very good. Not a lot of meat, but
yeah,
squirrel's very good.
my dad loves squirrel. Frog legs are great too.
I've had frog legs.
It's fucking fantastic.
The squirrels, what you gotta watch out for is the wool worms. They get under their skin and they burrow in the muscle.
Like a
nature,
botfly.
Nature is so much grosser than any movie that you could watch.
Yeah.
The things that nature does is
Parasites
disgusting.
and shit like that. Yeah.
Parasites grosses me out.
Yeah.
But like cows will get these wool worms and they just make little canals like at this
In a person.
like what? Like a termite in the wood. They just kind of burrow through the
What's the
through the
difference
muscle.
between a woolworm and a botfly?
I don't know. The botfly, isn't it the one that takes over the brain?
No, a botfly will like it burrows in your skin. It almost looks like I think like a pimple, but you pull it out and it's a whole fucking little like
Oh my
larvae
God.
or something like that. I think
Oh
that's
my
what a
God.
botfly is.
That is,
Yeah,
I can't.
it's fucked up. It's I mean I like watching those videos for some reason.
Oh
They
man,
pulling
that
these
is,
little fucking larvae out of
yeah,
people's faces and
that
shit
is,
like that. And also, it's like, how does a fly lay eggs in your fucking face and you don't notice?
yeah.
You know, like
Is this like this country that happens?
I think it happens here sometimes. It's more, I think here it's more in like animals like cats and dogs and shit like that. But I think more like third world countries and shit. It's just it probably happens here too, depending on where you live. But I don't know. I don't know how
That
you
sounds
let
like a tropical thing.
something burrow in your fucking face and lay
Oh
eggs, and
my
then you gotta
God.
pull them out. Ugh.
So it
It
burrows into your face
it
and then it
lays
lays the egg,
eggs, and then they
or does
form.
it lays eggs on your face and then they bury into your skin?
I don't know exactly, but I think it digs a hole and lays an egg, and then the egg hatches, and it almost looks like you have like a pimple or something, almost like a whitehead pimple, but it's the whitehead is like the tail of the botfly or
I
something like
can't.
that.
Oh my God.
And
And then you pull a
also,
worm out.
yeah, but
Pull a worm
but
out.
they like
Oh my
attach,
God.
and I think if you break it off or some shit like that, like bad thing, you got to do it very. It's a very
Yes.
gentle operation to be had.
So there's one that'll get on a fish's tongue and it'll eat its tongue and then it stays in the mouth and it just eats everything that the fish was supposed to
It's
eat.
a parasite.
And then the fish just dies.
Ugh.
But it just, that's a horror movie right there.
Yeah,
That's a horror movie.
yeah.
But it eats its tongue and then just sits there in its mouth and eats everything that the fish is trying to eat. And the fish can't get rid of it. Can you imagine
Can't
the
do shit.
pain and the pain and you've got something living in your mouth. I mean,
if it's just at that point, if it ate your tongue, it's probably pretty pain free at that point. Other than starving to death, that's probably the most painful thing at that point. But have you seen like it's a certain type of, I believe it's a mushroom where the spores will get inside like a bug and they'll take over the bug's mind. It will
yeah.
And they make it crawl to like the tippy top of a tree, and then it will like kill the bug so the mushroom can grow and get sunlight. Have you seen that shit?
Oh,
It's fucking
no.
wild, man. It's like
I've seen like there's an ant, or maybe it's another little fly that can get into birds, or it can take over the minds of other animals.
Yeah.
And
And the animal doesn't know what's going on. So do you think that is possible to be going on in our neighbors today, where we just don't know that people have some parasite that's taken over their body? You know what I mean? And their brain.
yeah,
And we just don't know it yet.
yeah, it's bath salts.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. Isn't I just don't, I can't comprehend how something can take over another thing's mind. Like, and then, like,
I don't
it
either.
just, it just knows all the spots
Yeah.
to make it fly, to make it crawl, to make
Uh-huh.
it do everything. That don't, I mean, I know it happens, but it
Yeah.
just don't seem possible, does it? Like
N-
it's, what is it doing? Does it have something that comes out of its face and then attaches to the brain? And how does it work?
I have no idea.
Is it
That's
is
where it
it
gets weird.
fluids? Is it fluids that just take over the body? You know, from the but it whatever this is, it's an ant
It
or
has to
some
be in
kind
the
of
it has to be a nervous
bug.
system thing. It can't just take over. I don't think it takes over the body. I think it takes over the nervous system in and of itself. You know what I mean?
So does it? Yeah. And does it see what the animal sees? Is it? I've got to look it up. I
That I
got to
don't
look it
know.
up.
Yeah.
But
We're going down some weird hole.
we'll come back next
We
week and
both
I'll
don't
have
know
some
anything else.
answers.
Yeah. Listen, we've been going for about 2 hours.
All right.
Want to wind this one down?
Yeah, let's wind it
I
down.
think this was a good one. This was a great fourth
It was
episode.
a good one.
I think so.
Yeah. I
All
got
right.
my I got my new setup and everything is
Yeah.
we're getting professional up in here.
Onward and upward. Any upcoming dates to plug?
Uh
Professional. Me neither.
you, you don't
No,
you don't have anything?
I'll be in Nashville this Friday, but that's about it at the Yazoo thing. But
Oh yeah.
you know,
How long you staying?
I don't know how long you want to keep me there.
I don't know. Just holler at me when you get there.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do that for sure. Hell yeah! All right,
All right.
great episode. Episode
Good.
4. We're done.
Good.